Hello, Audio Marks coming to you from the Sachem Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy and CJ, two casuals turned Marks wrestling fans to give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. Enter the ring at your own risk. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because
it's Rusev Day.
And we are live via recording with all new intros and a special surprise later on today. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life podcast. I am one of your hosts, CJ.
And I'm the other one, Jimmy.
And this week, we just survived a great snowstorm. It was very cold.
It was not fun.
I had to work.
Yeah, that one I felt bad for.
Trevor pissed me off with that. If you're listening, Trevor...
Which is definitely not.
I know. Yeah. Because this dude, he's like, oh my God, look, snow. Like a little wise guy. And I just decided to take a picture. I was like, oh, I didn't notice. And I had to brave that storm. And like people were coming into my job, like trying to actually buy stuff. I just needed to rant because.
Were the people that were buying stuff at your store, were they like the snowplow people? Or were they actually like customers?
Customers.
Really?
Yeah. Like they paid.
Are they
money.
idiots?
Yes.
They're stupid. It was like a foot of snow, and the snow didn't stop until like the wee hours of the night.
It was insanity. It was bad. It was so bad.
It was horrible. Oh my God.
I had to crash into Kohl's for like a couple of days because this was just easier for me for work purposes. So it was a crazy snowstorm, guys.
Yeah, that's the beauty of living in the Northeast. Just snowstorm all the time.
I blame Glacier. I blame him. It's his fault. He got mad. We didn't forget. We forgot about him. He was just like raw, and then does that Glacier pose, and then blizzard happens.
I mean, obviously, this proves that global warming doesn't exist. Obviously.
I know, right? We need some of that global warming.
We needed some of that global warming.
As you guys can tell, we're very tired.
It's been one hell of a week, and especially a hell of a week for wrestling.
Yes, it has. Oh my God.
What a way to kick off 2018, guys.
Yes, but we're not going to kick our podcast off with it.
No, we're going to save that for later. Let's kick off the we're going to kick off the podcast with what happened before the greatness that was WrestleKingdom
12. So, we are coming up. All right, so it's a new year. You guys are going to have to be prepared for an hour long of just straight conversation because we don't have any commercials. Because we're going to bring you guys new commercials for the new year.
New stuff, new content. Hopefully we get a jump start on that on the early end of the new year instead of the late. But we'll see what happens.
Speaking of new content, WWE is bringing new content to you for this Royal Rumble with the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Yes. And apparently it is the same exact rules as the men's and has 30 women.
Yes.
And it's also going to be followed by the men's, which is basically 3 hours of a Royal Rumble match.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
I'm perfectly okay with that. I love the Royal Rumble. It's my favorite.
It's going to be insane.
It's my favorite pay-per-view.
So wait, you said that they you said that they were that the Royal Rumble match.
Yes.
They're going to follow each other, so it's going to be women's and men's?
It should, yeah. I think they're going to end with the men's. I don't think they're quite ready yet to put the women at the main event. But
I thought they would kick off the show, give you a break.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be back-to-back, but it's definitely going to be the women's first and then the men's second.
Yeah.
But it's also 30 women, which,
it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome, A. But B, a lot of people that I've heard from are thinking that it was going to be like 20 women. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting.
They're going to have surprise entrance in there.
Definitely. I definitely know that Beth Phoenix is definitely.
That was the first one I thought of. Beth Phoenix, Trish Stratus, Lita.
Maybe. I don't know.
I could see them participating.
Well, is Trish like going to be okay to wrestle? Like, because didn't she have like a baby? Is that the reason?
Well, she's not having a baby anymore.
Yeah, I know, but you still need time to recover from that. I mean, we're men. We don't know anything about,
I know
child birthing.
Yes, I understand that. I'm looking up when she had her kid right now. I don't think.
I mean, I would assume she would be okay.
On January 14th, she gave birth to her baby.
So that was last year. So yeah, she should be fine. 3 months after that? And then if they were planning a women's Royal Rumble, she would probably have started training probably sometime in the summer.
Yes.
If I was Trish Stratus, that's what I would be thinking.
I would see the two of the most historic women in all of WWE and women's wrestling history to have taken part in that.
Agreed.
So let's see. Lita, I'm assuming, would be part of the 30 women Royal Rumble because there are 19 spots open for the women's Royal Rumble match. 19 spots confirmed. Well, going to be confirmed because
you have everyone on the main roster.
Yes,
and then you're definitely gonna have some outside of it, like
some NXT people,
some people outside of it. I mean, the one that I think is definitely gonna be in there, just for the sake of it, is definitely gonna be Ronda Rousey.
I don't know. There hasn't been a deal confirmed yet. It'd be cool to see her at like number 30, but I don't know. I wouldn't want her to win.
No, who would you want to win?
Asuka. Duh. Oh. I want Asuka to go on a tear, eliminate everyone. Beth Phoenix, Trish Stratus, Lita, Nia. Because let's see, who has already been confirmed is Naomi, Natalia, Ruby Riott, Asuka, Paige, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. So I know Lana already confirmed herself as well. I'm assuming Tamina's going to be in there. You're going to probably have I don't know if Carmella would be in there.
I think she would. I don't see why not. I don't think she's going to cash in on Royal Rumble. I don't know.
I think she should. That'd be really cool. Well, like
who's facing Alexa?
I think the champions are sitting out.
The champions are sitting out.
They're going to be on commentary.
So then she would enter the Rumble, and then in post-Rumble, whoever wins, Alexa would attack them. And let's say that she starts, I don't know, being arrogant and flaunting and everything like that. And then you have Carmella come out and then cash in on her.
I think Carmella's Money in the Bank briefcase is solely for SmackDown, though. I think they made that clear.
I don't know. Well, then, okay, so let's say that's the case. So then Alexa would attack the winner.
Yes.
Then Charlotte would go and attack Alexa. And then Carmella would come out and attack Charlotte and then capitalize on that. So
I don't know.
That's the only other two things that could possibly happen.
Or, we get what I would personally like to see is at WrestleMania, it'd be the 4 horsewomen versus the 4 horsewomen.
Of MMA?
Yes. And then after the 4...
Well, that's all guaranteed that Ronda Rousey did sign a contract.
Yeah. Then I would like to see the 4 horsewomen of WWE lose to put over the MMA people. And then Carmella comes in to cash in and capitalizes on it and makes it her moment.
Mm-hmm.
But 11 spots... And we already discussed 4. Ronda Rousey, Beth Phoenix, Trish Stratus, and Lita. I had another one that I kind of... Yes, there was another one I wanted. Gail Kim.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because she's done with TNA.
I think her contract expired. So, yeah, that makes sense.
That would be really cool to have Gail Kim, who also was very...
she was a former women's champion.
She was a former women's champion. Her matches really helped start the women's revolution because everyone would see in TNA how great women's wrestling was and how much it was a shit show in WWE. And Gail Kim was a strong part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Like, I'm looking up her contract right now. She returned to the independent circuits in 2017.
Yes. So, yeah, that makes sense. It's possible.
So,
what are other entrants that you think? I think it would be interesting if we saw like Michelle McCool and Layla come back.
That would be cool. At the very least, Michelle McCool.
That would be really cool.
Kelly, I could see coming back.
Yeah, Kelly. Maybe Eve Torres. Maybe the Bellas.
Bella's probably. Definitely Nikki, and definitely Brie. I could both see them. Yeah, because
would we see Maria Kanellis in there?
No, she's having a child.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. There's a lot of surprise entrants. Now that I really think about it, Molly Holly would be really cool. Alundra Blaze.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
I thought
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. Not Nia Jax. What was her name? Oh, Karma.
Yeah, that's possible.
Karma would be cool. Plus, it would promote Glow.
What are the possibilities of watching any one of the people from Glow in their actual gimmicks from Glow show up?
I don't think we can get Zoya the Destroyer.
Oh, but that'd be so cool though.
I really don't think that would end well. Maybe if you put
What
in
about
like
Liberty Bell?
No, I was thinking the wolf chick, the she wolf, Sheila,
Sheila.
the she wolf. Yeah, totally her.
What about the What about the grandmas? The grandma tag team.
No, because then I would think of Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah.
Okay.
Oh man,
What about Junk Chain? What if we get our girl Junk Chain in there?
That's Karma.
No, that wasn't Karma. Karma was Welfare Queen.
Oh, that was Cherry, right?
Cherry was Junk Chain.
I'm good. I'm good. I just want Karma. But there's actually a lot of people, and then even from NXT, I could see the iconic duo Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, Nikki Cross's Sanity.
Yeah, Nikki Cross would definitely be.
Oh man, I'd like to see her eliminate a ref.
That'd be funny.
Like I would like her just to like I don't know. I feel like that'd be cool.
2-for-1 odds. Would we see James Ellsworth in it?
No. God,
would
no.
we see? Would we see the one time only? I believe. What was it? Santina.
I was thinking that could
Would
work.
we see Santina?
And then Beth Phoenix eliminates her.
Oh God, that'd be great.
That would be hilarious. You know, if Beth Phoenix enters the Rumble, which she's more of a strong likely than Karma, Beth Phoenix will have been the only person to have participated in both the male and female Royal Rumbles.
And Karma, yeah.
If
if China was still alive, God rest her soul.
China wouldn't have been a part of this.
But it would have been awesome if she would have been. I don't know.
There's a lot
if she
of
was
strong
still alive, and we would have seen, her trying to go back to WWE and try to see what would have happened. I don't know. There was supposed to be a documentary for China and stuff like that. I don't know if that came to fruition or not, but we gotta look that up.
Yeah, but there's a lot of potential surprise entrant celebrities that they could could implement. Besides Asuka, who would you like to see win?
That's a tough one.
I thought Becky. Becky would be so cool.
Becky probably, yeah. I think, it probably would have been Becky. I think Becky, they're trying to make the Daniel Bryan in that whole situation. I think if they didn't screw up with Bayley, like gimmick-wise and just how they presented her,
oh man,
I think Bayley would have probably been a good babyface to win the Rumble.
I actually have Bayley on our topics. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I'm looking at it. I don't know what we're discussing about.
We can even segue into that now if you want, but like.
Well, I mean, do you want to talk about the other things first, or do you want to talk about?
I don't think there is any order at this point. But one thing I want to bring up: who do you think is going to get the most eliminations in the Royal Rumble?
I think it would have to be Asuka.
Do you think it would be Asuka?
Well, I don't know who they're going to make the what is it the Iron Woman technically in the match. So
I could see that being Bayley.
Maybe, yeah.
I could see that being Bayley, but
I could see that being Becky too.
Yeah, Bayley or Becky. I think Lana's gonna get shortest elimination.
Yeah, she's gonna probably be like the Santino of the women. Unless they somehow bring Santina or James Ellsworth in that mix, because that would be hilarious.
No, James Ellsworth would be in there for the longest time, just because everyone would just hit their finishers on him. He would just be in there as a punching bag.
Oh God.
But we brought up Bayley. And we brought up Becky. Now, the first thing I want to talk about with Bayley is that according to reports, Bayley has been soured on by WWE officials.
Has been what? I'm sorry.
Soured on.
What do you mean?
They don't like her.
Why?
Why? They just don't see it anymore. Like they don't. Apparently they haven't liked her. They gave up on her. They gave up on her for a very long time.
I mean, that's what happens when you screw up. Probably the John Cena of the women's division. I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah, but apparently they've, according to Dave Meltzer, they've given up on her for the longest time. And you could kind of see that with her booking as of late. It's very, shoddy. No one really sees her. Why do you think, from WWE officials' point of view, why do you think they could have soured on Bayley?
I can't really see it from their point of view, to be honest. I could see it from an outsider perspective onto them. I mean, obviously we can because we are outsiders, but I don't know. If I had to guess, it's probably because the crowds. I don't know. They're probably, when they put her out in these situations, they were expecting a certain crowd reaction, and they're probably not getting that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Roman Reigns thing, but unfortunately they don't have, what's a better way of saying this? There really isn't a better way of saying this. They don't have a hard-on for Bailey as they do for Roman. If you kind of get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. That was just a terrible analogy.
No, I know, but I really don't know like another way of saying it. They didn't like. There's I guess the wrestling term would be like there's the brass ring, and Bailey's like trying to get it, but it's just too big. I don't know. Like they just don't see that potential that they would like to have Roman to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I feel like that's a very unfair thing because in NXT, you actually did see that. And it's not like Bailey wasn't ready for anything like that. It was just you have to present her in a certain way, otherwise no one's going to.
They didn't present her as they did in NXT.
Yeah, they didn't. So if you presented her in the similar fashion and give her, the opportunities for her skills to flourish and also train her and prop her up more in like the fields that she's weaker in, like promos, then,
What I would like to see, I want to see a couple of things come WrestleMania with this because this actually gave me a great idea. What if Bailey was the Iron Woman and then her and Sasha work together to eliminate someone? We'll say Nia Jax.
Okay.
And then Sasha eliminates Bailey. And that leads to the heel turn for WrestleMania.
For Bailey or for Sasha?
Sasha.
That could work. It could work. I think it would be interesting if it was the other way. I mean, personally, I would want to see Sasha be heel because that's where she flourishes the most.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I want to see more Ratchet t-shirts. I mean, I kind of miss that from the original NXT.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see Bailey kind of turn heel in that fashion and see where that leads because I feel like both of them have the potential to do that.
Yes.
And then at some point, they both heel. Then when they eventually do a women's tag team championship, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's coming up next.
I hope so. That's
definitely coming up next. Like, there's not much else they could
They
do
have
except for Elimination Chamber.
Pool. They have a huge talent pool for a lot of matches.
The roster for women now is very saturated, unlike it was, a couple of years ago. I remember a couple of years ago wondering, like, why are these women having these matches again over and over? Because there was the same match over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting to a point where it's going to be oversaturated and you're going to need new ideas to give to the women. So a new title would be good.
Yes.
So who knows? Maybe a tag team league and then you have Sasha and Bailey as a heel tag team at some point.
I'm still waiting for an intergender tag team championship.
Well, let's see what the mixed match challenge kind of brings.
Well, the end result of the mixed match challenge is $100,000 donated to anyone's charity.
True, but let's see what because we honestly don't know what the exact presentation of the matches are going to look like on this format.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, we're going to go right into that.
The mixed match challenge. This week, we have had 6 teams be announced so far.
And some really good teams, by the way.
Yes. I'm very happy with a lot of what was this, who was chosen for who. A lot of picks that we did actually made it. 2 teams that we thought of were actually announced on the first day. Alexa Bliss
and Braun Strowman.
Like that was crazy. When I heard that, I was like, no way. And then
Did you?
I saw the videos.
Just looking at the videos, just looking how short Alexa is next to Braun is hilarious.
It was great. And
Oh my God,
Braun
it's
is funny. He's just like, we're going to do this, partner. It's like, don't need to be afraid.
And there's already tension going on through the Mixed Match Challenge and a story actually being told, which is something I actually didn't expect going into the Mixed Match Challenge between Nia and Alexa.
Yes.
Because Nia wanted Braun Strowman.
We will talk about this.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay, go.
Jesus. Let's get through like all the pairings announced. We have Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman.
Okay.
But hold on. I just want to bring up this one thing. Did you see when the girl was I don't know the interviewer's name. I think it was Dasha or something. Was interviewing Alexa Bliss, and then it just showed.
Yeah, it just showed half of Braun. It was great.
But then SmackDown countered with Charlotte Flair and Bobby Roode,
Which was expected.
But
which is glorious.
It was glorious. It was amazing because oh my God, the robes.
The robes.
They're just gonna
Team Robes. That's just their team name, Team Robes.
That's gonna be good.
Now, how would their entrance music together as a tag team? Would it go woo and then go into the dun 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 dun, dun glorious?
I don't know. That's the
and then dun dun dun.
Oh Man, I gotta listen to Charlotte's theme song, but it's probably over on YouTube now. Like Charlotte Flair, Bobby Roode's combined theme song.
That'd be awesome. But that was one team that we kind of expected to happen and we're happy about.
Yes.
There was an interesting one that I didn't really think that was going to happen, and I'm kind of
That's the next one, right? The Raw one. Sasha Banks and Finn Balor. Like, I was not expecting.
Not expecting that. But I'm pretty happy about it.
I'm not. I wanted Bailey and Finn Balor.
No, I mean
I wanted Bailey to join the Hugger Club.
No, that was a good one. But I think the Sasha and Finn one is just as good though. I mean, give me a break. Bailey's not. Okay, what's your beef with it?
I wanted Bailey and Balor, and I wanted Balor to do Bailey's entrance and Bailey to do Balor's entrance, but no.
But what if Sasha does Balor's entrance and Balor does Sasha's entrance? I mean, now you're thinking about it, and you're
thinking about it, but it's still not as appealing as Finn Balor with like wacky waving
inflatable or flailing tube men.
Yes, and then those tube men just having leather jackets.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That would be great though.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just so much.
I mean, they could have done more with Bailey, but I feel like people already knew that was going to happen, and they needed to change it up a little bit.
But they already did change it up.
And speaking of change-ups within the mixed match challenge, because Enzo Amore got sick. Because he has the flu.
It's legit.
Yeah, so he has the flu, so he couldn't participate in the mixed match challenge anymore. So now Nia couldn't have Enzo, and he couldn't have Braun Strowman. So they gave her Apollo Crews.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that was one I didn't expect that I was pretty excited about.
Like, I enjoy Apollo Crews. I enjoyed him back in NXT. Like, I loved the interviews they had with him because it kind of gave him a defined, like, character or a better character in NXT than they do in WWE. But now he's tied as worldwide representation. You know, with Dana Brooke at his side and Apollo Crews, not Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil. So it's kind of like... It kind of gives that advantage even more towards Nia Jax, and Nia Jax doesn't really realize that because now she has like two people in the corner in addition to her tag partner.
So it's possible for the Raw side. I don't know how. Is it going to be SmackDown versus Raw the entire tournament, or is it going to be all the Raw people versus each other versus all the SmackDown, and then the finals is Raw?
I think
SmackDown?
It's just going to be mixed.
Okay. So it's going to be mixed because it's a mixed match challenge.
Yes. But bringing up what you said about Nia and Alexa, that feud, yeah, I do agree that there is a budding feud between that now. Because it's like...
There's a budding feud. You even saw it on Raw a little bit when Alexa was wanting Nia by her side, but Nia needed to deliver some soup to Enzo Amore.
Yes.
Which was stupidly funny. I thought it was like one of those joke things. Like, it was like a palate cleanser of funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, no, I don't got time for you right now, Alexa. I don't got time. I got to deliver the soup to Enzo. Gotta get on that.
But she's mad because now she's not with Braun. But I don't know. I'm glad that they separated Braun from Asuka or Nia Jax because that just would have been horrid.
Yeah.
It would have been like, who's going to stop him?
Yeah, that's a good point. So that just, is there any more teams that
Yes.
Okay, so go on.
There are two SmackDown teams. Lana and Rusev Day,
It's Rusev Day.
which I am very excited for. I love that. I can't wait to see them tag together. That's going to be great.
It's going to be interesting. I wonder, is Tamina in the tournament?
Tamina is not in the tournament.
Okay, so it's possible that she's going to be in a Enforcer along with Aiden English. Oh, wait, so now we get to have Aiden English introduce both
Lana and Rusev.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be great.
And then we'll finally get Lana to do Rusev Crash again while she's at ringside. Oh, God, that's going to be great.
Yes. And then the last SmackDown team to be announced was Naomi and Jimmy Uso.
Another team that we kind of expected to happen.
Yeah, married teams. You know, you can't not do that.
I'm pretty sure that's like the whole thing is like, okay, if we're going to do this, like, can I be with my wife?
Yeah, but that's gonna be really good. I'm excited.
I mean,
for
that team I think is going to be the workhorse team.
I feel like that's gonna be the dark horse team.
Well, workhorse and dark horse, like they're gonna work, like they're gonna have good matches, like work wise, and that's gonna be a team that's like maybe they could win.
Yeah, like Naomi and Jimmy Uso, I can see them like winning. Like dark horse wise, I could see them like sneaking in and winning.
I wonder how their entrance would be because they feel like they're completely opposites right now. Because Jimmy used to do all the colored stuff, and then they dropped that for the hip hop one day-ish or day one-ish. My apologies
Yeah.
for it's glow time.
I don't know. I could see them working on it right now as we speak.
It'll be interesting. I wonder.
It's gonna be cool.
Who else needs to be announced for teams? There's Asuka, there's Goldust, I know,
All right.
which I think they're gonna end up being a
Yes.
team. It's
So my bet is gonna be Asuka and Goldust because there's just been so much like emphasis on Goldust trying to get Asuka.
I feel like that's definitely gonna happen.
All right.
Who else is
So on the Raw side, we have Alicia Fox left, Bailey left, The Miz, and then a fan vote of either Jason Jordan, Elias, or Samoa Joe.
okay?
So
I don't think it's gonna be Samoa Joe.
I don't think it's gonna be Elias.
So it's probably gonna be Jason Jordan.
Yes, Jason Jordan with Alicia Fox.
Yeah, but I could also see him with Bailey.
No, I want to see Bailey with The Miz though.
Oh my God, yes.
I want that so badly. Give me a hug. Just.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
But I just want a hug. Like, I would love to see that so badly. But I can also equally see The Miz and Alicia Fox because Alicia Fox and Maurice are friends.
I feel like that'd be it, and be like, oh, I got Alicia. I'm like, why do I have? Oh, it's your wife. Your wife got me. The friends with you would be like, oh, great.
But The Miz and Bailey would just be really good.
It'd be really funny.
It would be so good. Like, if Bailey was with Finn, I would have changed it to The Miz and Sasha Banks. And then, oh man, I could just see Alicia trying to use Jason Jordan.
We get Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar jealous. Oh my God.
No, just to like get herself in the title picture. You know how cool that would be if Alicia Fox starts, because remember when Emma did that and she was like, "Oh, if I'm gonna go out to Jason Jordan if you don't give me," and then Kurt Angle got mad. But what if Jason Jordan and Alicia Fox hit it off and then they become like a power couple?
Yeah, I could see that.
Right. And then Alicia Fox starts trying to hang out with the Shield, and then Roman Reigns are sat there like, "We don't even like Jason Jordan. Why are you here?" You know, I don't know.
And then she starts going crazy at them. Oh man, that'd be good storytelling. It'd be good storytelling,
right? And then Alicia Fox can even get into Jason Jordan's head, like, you know, you should be getting more opportunities, and like just And
then she would be doing that face and voice thing that she would do to like, persuade people to do things. Because she's crazy. Because she's crazy. That's her gimmick.
We need that. That'd be cool.
Who's on the SmackDown side?
SmackDown. Well, let me just bring this up. Becky Lynch is back. Becky Lynch is back, and she's going to be in the Rumble. Becky Lynch is going to be back going in the Rumble, maybe an Iron Woman, and maybe winning. I'm so excited for that. I'd like to see her take down the Riot Squad at Mania.
That'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool.
At Mania, that'd be great. Now that we got that out of the way, because thank God Becky's back. I missed Becky.
Yeah, I missed Becky too. There was just something missing, to be honest.
It was Becky.
Yeah.
But Becky's also going to be back in the Mixed Match Challenge. So it's her, Carmella, Natalya, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and a member of the New Day.
Okay, so my pick for the member of the New Day is probably going to be
Xavier Woods.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's going to be with... I don't know.
Who are the women again? I'm sorry.
Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Natalya. I'm going to say...
I think it would be funny if they gave it to...
Carmella.
Yes. Or Natalya, because I can imagine her kind of like doing the whole cat thing.
Oh, man.
With Xavier Woods, and you're like, nah, I don't...
No, there's someone better for Natalya.
I don't deal with pussycats.
No, there's someone way better with Natalya. Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, Natalya, Canadians.
Team Canada.
Yeah, totally. We need a Team Canada in there, and that's who I'm betting with Natalya, Sami Zayn. I could see Xavier Woods with like Carmella though.
Yeah, it'd be pretty funny. And then who's the other male?
It has to be Becky Lynch and Shinsuke.
So Becky Lynch and Shinsuke. Ooh, that's an interesting team.
That has to be it though. That's the thing.
That's an interesting
team.
Can
you see any other pairing?
No.
Like, can you see Shinsuke with anyone else?
No. I can't see Shinsuke with anyone else. I could see Becky with pretty much any of the other people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe not Sammy as much, but I could definitely see her with Woods.
Yeah, but like Shinsuke and Becky would be...
Shinsuke and Becky would be pretty interesting to see. Like, that's another power team right there. And it'd be pretty tough to beat if Becky was in the ring with like another woman. But I honestly don't know how the mixed match...
Sasha, Banks and Balor versus Nakamura and Lynch.
Oh my God, that'd be so good.
Aha!
That would be good.
Great idea. Great ideas. And then Bliss and Strowman versus Carmella and Xavier Woods.
Oh my god. That would be. Oh my god. Oh god. How do I even.
And then, I don't know, Natalya and Sami Zayn versus, I don't know, Asuka and Goldust.
I mean.
I don't know. But I don't know. I can't see any. The SmackDown team seems pretty, like, set.
They're pretty set. I mean, they could throw a curveball and put Big E in there, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. The Mixed Match Challenge so far right now for all the teams that they built are pretty good. I kind of want to see how they're going to put matches together. I don't know if it's going to be like actual the women face the women and the men face the men, or it's kind of changed up a little bit. But we'll see what happens.
Did you hear about the broadcast team?
I did hear some things about it. I believe it was Corey Graves,
Michael
Mike
Cole,
Cole, and there's someone else. I forget.
the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. That's
I
gonna.
knew
be
it was a
amazing.
woman. I was like, is it Lita? No, it's not Lita.
Nah,
But the
that's,
Glamazon Beth Phoenix is like, ugh, boy.
that's gonna be really good.
It's definitely going to be interesting. Corey Graves is always good at doing his things. I think Michael Cole actually enjoys during the tournaments.
I think he
For-
likes because they're so different.
They're different. Like the UK, he was fantastic.
Oh
The
yeah,
best Michael Cole commentary in quite a long time.
because he was just marking out. He's like, oh my god, look at all this stuff.
So it's possible that this could be good. I mean, right now, there seems to be no indication that this is ever going to be bad. I think when they had Enzo, there was to be like, oh, for the Raw team, I mean, who are we going to put in there?
Yeah, but
It would have been Nia and Enzo, and it would have been like, oh boy, they're definitely not going to win. But now it seems like Nia could possibly pull an upset. So
I don't know. I can't see Nia winning. I can't see Asuka winning either.
But that's the good thing about this. Like, you honestly don't know, and that's why you're going to watch it. And it's on Facebook Watch. So that means it's always going to be with us at every single point because it's always going to be on our phones.
Yeah, I don't know. My personal.
I'm curious. Have you subscribed to the Mixed Match Challenge thing on Facebook
You have to
Watch yet?
subscribe to that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. No.
It's not terrible.
I'll YouTube it. It'll be on YouTube within a month.
That's stupid. Why don't you just subscribe on Facebook Watch?
That's money.
All the content is pretty good. You don't pay money for that. It's free. It's literally free, just like YouTube. And then you get an alert of when it like goes on, and then boom.
But that's money.
No, it's not.
That's money.
How's it money? They're not paying for it. It's free content.
You know who I'm mad about now that I'm really looking at it? Why didn't Matt Hardy be considered instead of Apollo Crews?
Who would Matt Hardy be with?
Nia Jax.
So we would get Nia and this. Okay, I take it back. That would have been great.
I gotta go get chicken soup for Enzo Amore.
Oh God. Oh boy. That's gonna be the great thing that we're doing here in 2018 is just straight up Matt Hardy's laugh.
But instead we go, and then I don't know.
Well, we're gonna get some pretty good wrestling out of Apollo though.
Oh yeah.
And then if that does happen when it's Alexa and Braun versus Nia and Apollo, I mean that's gonna be a pretty fantastic match.
Yeah.
Although the bracketology for that is gonna be interesting. I think that's probably gonna come out next week. Because then the Mixed Match Challenge is the week following that. It's coming up.
Oh yeah, it's the 16th, right?
That's correct. The
what
16th is
today?
the Mixed Match Challenge.
That's
The-
10 days.
Which means within a week or so, we'll probably get the rest of the teams and bracketology to see what teams are going to be facing off
Yeah, we're
first.
probably gonna get some more today.
Today, Saturday, the day that we're also posting the podcast.
Yes,
Just to make sure that we're clear on when we're doing this.
yeah, but I haven't gotten any updates yet. So
Maybe within the next couple of days, we'll get something.
I hope so. I hope we get something like today. But
All right. Let's move on to some of the other things. One last thing outside of the world of wrestling is that there have been 3 new signings definitely confirmed for WWE as by Dave Meltzer. And those 3 signings are Ricochet and War Machine.
yes, Hanson and Rowe.
That is correct.
So that's gonna be amazing.
Well, absolutely. Ricochet, I think, is absolutely the best person to put in the cruiserweights right now. if you do that. But also, he's big enough and tall enough to actually be in like a mid card to main event spot too.
Oh yeah, definitely talented. If you
I
throw a
think-
manager with him, like that'd be.
Yeah, you got to give him You got to give him like a speaker because he's not a strong speaker. But if
I
you
just
can
thought
find,
of a great thing.
okay, go on.
Ricochet and what's his girlfriend's name? Tessa Blanchard.
Yes.
I don't know how Tessa Blanchard is on the mic.
Yeah.
I rebuked that. What if Zelina Vega?
Selena Vega and Ricochet.
Yes.
So he drops, what is his name?
Andrade Cien Almas.
Andrade Cien Almas for Ricochet.
Or they can have them as a tag team or as like different singles competitors and stuff.
I mean, who's he been a tag team with? I think he's been a tag team with Evan Bourne. That's the only tag team I remember.
Yeah,
being
Evan
with.
Bourne.
But then you can also put him in the. You could put. I wonder if he can use the Prince Puma gimmick.
No.
No. That'd be.
No,
great.
that's copyrighted, man. Unless they throw him with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, they put him like if they somehow get Rey Mysterio, because then instantly we'd be watching 205 Live.
Yes, Rey Mysterio. I would like to even see Mysterio as a managerial role.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting. He definitely needs a speaking role because Ricochet's not a strong speaker.
Yeah.
He's just a flippy shit guy, and I like the flippy shit guy. He had probably one of the most amazing, Best of the Super Juniors match with Will Ospreay 2 years ago.
I don't know. I'm starting to realize that I'm as me as a fan as it goes on. I'm starting to agree more and more with like, what was the guy? Danny. Who was the guy that said flippy shit is bad?
Oh, what when we discussed that? On
Yeah.
Oh, that was Rip Rogers. That's Rip Rogers.
I'm starting to agree more and more with like Rip Rogers and Vader, where it's just like flippy shit is cool, but too much flippy shit is just like with no psychology. I don't know. I need a match to have some kind of like psychology to it, and it's just.
I mean, that's true, but the fan basis is semi-changing, and it's hard to really get that.
Oh, it's definitely changing, and there are just people that just love just flippy shit. You are one of those people that just love flippy shit.
Well, I mean, I like story too. God, I'm not just into flippy shit. I just think flippy shit is cool when it's put in a right spot. Like in New Japan,
he likes a lot
flippy
of flippy
shit works.
He likes a lot of flippy shit.
In Mexico, flippy shit works. Lucha Underground, flippy shit works. Ring of Honor, it semi-works. In WWE, I mean, we got probably 6-7 months of, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to just trying to fix my pants. They're tight. Thank you, Matt Hardy.
But I don't know. In WWE, they had like 6 or 7 months of, the cruiserweights just doing flippy shit with no real storytelling, and that was terrible.
Yeah.
So, and to be honest, he's good at telling a story. He's a good wrestler outside, within it. It's just selling and doing in-ring psychology is what's missing for these guys. And hopefully, we see that more. But on the other side of that coin for the signings, we get War Machine. And I'd make the argument that these are fantastic big men.
Oh, yeah. They're going to take the place of Authors of Pain when they get called up.
Yes.
I can see Authors of Pain going to SmackDown.
Or they'd be the big heavy hitters for
Raw.
No, for well, I mean Authors of Pain, yeah, but I was talking about War Machine. If War Machine were to go to NXT, I could see him being the heavy hitters,
Lars Sullivan.
enforcers for Undisputed Era.
No.
And really increase that size for that faction. But
I don't see it because they already had the tag team. You don't see factions in NXT going anymore to like 3 or 4.
Unless, they're doing the tag team tournament next summer, maybe?
I don't see it because then there would just be too much tension between Red Dragon and War Machine.
Possible, yeah.
Let's see, enforcer-wise.
Unless they betray them. Unless Adam Cole sicks War Machine on them and betrays Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, because technically there's history there.
Yeah, or we could see War Machine with Roddy Strong.
Ooh, yeah, we could see that.
Yeah, Roddy Strong needing enforcers.
Finally got my backup.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to wear a ridiculous, Authors of Pain thing. That's totally not.
No, that was
gimmick.
cool. I watched that like that was
totally not in gimmick.
That was cool. I enjoyed that. I was like, damn, he looks like a boss. I enjoy SWAT gear like that stuff, though. I love that stuff. It looks cool.
I mean, for what the Authors of Pain have, it's awesome. But, I mean, it was totally out of character for Roderick Strong.
yeah, but it
It
made
was
him-
like Kurt Angle wearing the Shield stuff.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. Roderick Strong looked more like a badass than he did when he was just wearing underwear. Just saying.
It's... Okay, I'm not going to have this debate with you on this.
I
right
know,
now 'cause we
I've
don't have
heard-
time.
Unless you want to tweet about it and then have someone argue with it over Tamina again.
Listen, I won because she didn't say anything back, so I won.
It takes two to argue, boy.
Well, technically, there was a third person who agreed with me, so...
I don't know. Let's get to this right now. Do you think Tamina will look good in anything else?
Probably not. but
Okay, then
that's-
sure.
probably
that
not,
is the
but-
point. That is the point.
Probably not. I mean, I can't see it, but I mean...
See, I got your
I
back,
don't-
cousin of Tamina.
Throwing out a 2017 reference out there.
Yeah. I'm excited though for these three signings. I love tag team wrestling. It is amazing.
And they're arguably the best tag team in the independents, other than the Young Bucks. Other than the Young Bucks,
I think they're better
are.
than the Young Bucks.
I mean, I think as big men, they're definitely better. But I don't know. In ring wise, I think it's debatable. I think for gimmick reasons, the Young Bucks have that territory covered 100%.
Of course, they're part of the Bullet Club.
Well, part of the Bullet Club, they're making a shit ton of money, and the fact that they don't even need WWE to make that shit ton money.
Well, neither did War Machine, but you know.
Well, I mean, they kind of do. I mean, I'm not saying War Machine's like in a bad spot money-wise. They were perfectly fine. They don't need to go to WWE, but I can guarantee you they're getting into that place where, you know, they're settling into like their ages and they have to go to WWE one time before they retire.
I don't know. Young Bucks they're just like those cocky high schoolers that think they could do whatever they want.
I mean, they kind of did for a very long time, and now they're going around WWE and monetizing any kind of legal action that WWE is using against them. So,
I don't know.
I mean, you gotta admire their, you know, their hustle.
yeah.
But let's move on to what actually happened in ring for WWE. So we're gonna kick it off to just a couple things that happened on Raw and SmackDown because we kind of covered some things within the Mixed Match Challenge and the Royal Rumble stuff.
Yes.
One of the big things that I've noticed for Raw this week was just how they're presenting Jason Jordan.
Thank God they're turning him into an entitled little bitch. Thank God, because you know what. Thank Flair, wrestling god. You know, for having Jason Jordan being an entitled little bitch, trying to see like, hey, I could be part of the Shield just like my dad. And then Seth and Roman be like, nah, man, you're not cool enough.
Well, I mean, Seth was really laying into Jason when he was coming out and be like, yeah, I was a former tag team champion, but you haven't really gone up to the same level as me, so you kind of have to work your way to it. I mean, and he did win a match against Cesaro, but...
Wow, he won a match against Cesaro.
But like you said, he's being more and more entitled and bratty, and, you know, people are catching on to it, and one of the best chants is starting to go on right now, calling Jason Jordan Daddy's boy.
Thank God.
Oh, God. That's going to
should
turn
be a
him to such a
t-shirt.
heel, and it's going to be great. They are going to definitely make a shirt of that when he turns heel.
Now,
though.
do you think Kurt Angle will turn heel alongside Jason Jordan then, or?
No, but I'm pretty sure he would authorize the shirts saying Daddy's boy Jason Jordan on it, and Jason would absolutely... Because that was another way you could sell merch, just having heels go against the merch that WWE's putting out there.
I'm waiting for New Day pancakes and New Day pops. I want ice cream. I want pancakes, and I still want Bootios.
Don't worry, I'll see if I can find another box of him. Then we can actually enjoy that and see it for first time. Who knows? We'll make a YouTube thing of it and see if we enjoy it.
Yes.
But
I don't know. I feel like Jason Jordan is just...
he's not meant to be a face right now. He's definitely leaning more heel.
Yeah.
He kind of needs to be. I mean, he's got that stupid smile and everything. I mean,
He's a dork.
He's a dork. There's no better way of saying it.
He's a dork.
I mean, good wrestler. I mean, I do enjoy his matches, but man, is he a dork.
Yeah. Even his like angry face is just dorky. It is. It's just dorky. For a baby face, I'm like, you look like a bitch. He's like, hey. Like, it's just like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I still remember when he had the afro back in NXT when he teamed with Ty Dillinger.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
And he had like the giant afro and stuff. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and then he cut it down a little bit, and then he was trying to find a new tag team partner, and then he found Chad Gable, who made him so much better.
Yeah.
And then they did this horrible thing to him by making him Kurt Angle's son.
I think no matter what, the Kurt Angle's son gimmick would have been a bad idea for.
Yeah, I think it would have been. I don't know. Maybe I think that Chad Gable had the more personality though.
Yeah.
Between the team, and if they gave that to Chad Gable, I mean, I feel like it would have been better. Because Chad Gable is naturally funny. Like the towel thing where it says ready, willing, and Gable is hilarious.
Not gonna lie, I think Chad Gable's overrated.
I hate you for saying that.
He's
not overrated.
I don't find him funny.
You find Chad Gable overrated. You find Johnny Gargano overrated. Give me a break.
I don't find Chad Gable funny.
How do you not find him funny?
He's kind of just like a dork.
Did you watch Smacking Talk when they said that Daniel Bryan was his son?
I don't want to watch it.
Oh my god, it was great. You have to watch it.
I don't know. He's not funny. Like where is this live television? It's just like He's not funny. He's just like.
But what he is though is a good heel though. I'll give him that.
Gable?
Yeah, I think he's a good heel.
Oh yeah, he could be a great heel. He's an annoying little shit.
Him and Jason could be annoying shits together, in your opinion, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have broken up the team.
I'm sorry. I don't like my history with people from the wrestling team is like really bad. I never really liked any of those guys because they were just annoying little shits.
So anyone wearing a singlet apparently is annoying little shit.
Except for Big E. Big E can kick my ass.
Okay. Let's move on to another thing that's going on. Just one thing that I didn't like about Raw this week. It was the Brock Lesnar Paul Heyman.
It's the same shit, different day.
I was really upset by that. I thought it was going to be really good. There was no real story thing. They were just saying, oh, Brock Lesnar's going to be at the Royal Rumble. He's going to retain the Universal Championship. And you know what?
Suplex City, bitch.
And it's just...
I blame Kane.
Yeah, I blame Kane, but I don't know.
I think it's the fact that he has a different dance partner, and it's not like an extended feud type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because with the Goldberg stuff, I mean, at least we got a feud out of it, and, you got to see Paul Heyman really get into it.
Yeah.
There's just nothing for Paul to really feed into, really.
Yeah, it really should have been Balor.
It really should have been Balor.
But
speaking of Balor, something I forgot to mention is that they're starting to do...
The Balor Club.
They're starting to do it. They teamed up with the Good Brothers, the club, whatever you want to call them at this point.
Yes. Finn Balor wins the Rumble.
Is that really what you're going to... Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Finn Balor, that's what I'm really leaning towards right now. Finn Balor wins the Rumble, challenges AJ Styles for the WWE Championship, and then wins at WrestleMania.
All right.
And turns heel in the process.
Okay.
And goes to SmackDown.
All right. And then another superstar shakeup. You get the Good Brothers over there, and then you have AJ Styles trying to win the appeasement and love of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
Yep.
Along with Finn Balor doing the same thing.
It's such a better story than Shinsuke Nakamura at this point. Nakamura just like,
They need to build that up more. And unfortunately, they really screwed it when they did the debut.
And then you can just easily have Nakamura challenge at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Nakamura is not ready for WrestleMania because of the way WWE shoddy booked him. But I feel like Balor is better off going to SmackDown with that. And then you can throw Authors of Pain on Raw. You can give... who else can you give to Raw? You could probably give them... oh, man. Probably not the Usos. Not the New Day. Maybe the Ascension. That'd be hilarious to see Ascension leave Breezango. And then Breezango's just like, thank God. You know what I mean? Or even throw the Bludgeon Brothers on Raw.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, then if you get the Authors of Pain and then Bludgeon Brothers, that could work.
And then, I don't know. I'm just thinking of stuff because it's just, I feel like SmackDown, it's not a saying, it's the land of opportunity, and they just make the most out of what they got. Their tag team division is freaking amazing. Women's division is pretty good. Their mid-card division is solid. And their champion...
The main storyline for I mean, the authority figures and whoever is involved with that are pretty decent right now.
It's probably one of the best things going for WWE right now, and that's a good segue to go into this because we just keep talking. I watch SmackDown more now than I do Raw. I can't stand Raw.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's just cap off by saying they need to do something new with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that.
That's the only thing that they honestly need to do, because having the shame stick of Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out, them talking about how fantastic Brock Lesnar is it's not working anymore. And that's a problem. Maybe it's because he's leaving after Mania, but I don't know. Yeah,
I think that... But here's the thing. I also heard that Brock has it in his clause that he can stay till SummerSlam.
Oh, boy. He really wants that money before he goes back into UFC, doesn't he?
No, it's WWE that put that clause in there.
No, I know, but... I mean, he's going to take full advantage of it if he can. So he really wants that money before he goes back to UFC.
I can only see Brock Lesnar getting defeated by Roman Reigns and then the rematch at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Or Money in the Bank, because technically that's going to be a big 5 now. So that's a big pay-per-view, so that's technically going to be
I'd rather have it
payday.
end with Money in the Bank. Or, what'd be really cool is if Brock Lesnar wins the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh my God.
Paul Heyman carries
finally
around
something new and fresh.
That's scary.
Wait, you want to know how I feel about that?
That's actually a scary idea. If Brock Lesnar has the Money in the Bank
That is a pretty terrifying idea, but I would actually
He shows up randomly and just suplex. He just freaking destroys everyone. And he goes to cash in. He's like, nah. And I'm like, the anticipation for that would be freaking amazing. I'm sorry.
That would actually be pretty good. You just saved Brock Lesnar's career, my friend. Good job.
I do that a lot.
Okay, now let's kick it off to SmackDown.
Yes.
Let's kick off with the U.S. tournament, because that was probably the biggest thing that was going on SmackDown besides the Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon.
Did you see, I bring up the U.S. tournament, did you see Xavier Woods' reaction video on Instagram?
No.
Oh, my God. So pretty much Xavier Woods, it was him and Big E. They were in a car, and Xavier Woods is videotaping this for Instagram, and he goes, when you're in the U.S. title tournament and you didn't even know. And they just start chanting, U.S. champ, U.S. champ. And then you just see Kofi come out from behind the scenes. He goes, da, 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 U.S. champ, U.S. champ. Xavier Woods didn't even know he was in the tournament. He's like, whoa. So, and then he beat Aiden English.
Which means I think that he should win. I'm not going to lie.
But
I mean, it's definitely going to be Jinder Mahal that wins, but I would be so happy if Xavier Woods won, and then you have the New Day freebirding the U.S. Championship.
Can they do that?
Oh, God. I hope they do. That'd be amazing.
That'd be scary. It's like you never know who you're going to verse.
I know. That's why it's so good. They got to do some new shit, man. I'm tired of the tag team ones for the New Day, and I kind of want to see them do a singles one, and I kind of want to see them fight over this belt internally. I want to see how this works.
That would be interesting, which could lead to the breakup of the New Day.
Which we don't want to happen. It's just
I want that to happen.
It's just an inevitability.
I want it to happen.
I mean, I wanted it to happen the last time they won a tag team belt. It's just this is what should have happened back in 2017, and then 2018 is when we get.
You know what I want? I want them to all go for singles belts, but remain as part of the New Day.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see that too. Because I want to see the Balor Club versus New Day. Because, we got New Day versus Shield last year, and that was amazing.
It was
New Day versus the Shield.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't get the New Day versus Balor Club.
And now we can.
Yes.
And if they all go to SmackDown post-Mania. I mean,
exactly.
Then we have Money in the Bank. Yeah, that could happen.
Like, I would like to see that. There's so many avenues you can go with the New Day without breaking them up. They're that team that you can really experiment with to see how to do it.
And luckily, they're willing to do it. So.
Oh, yeah. So
I mean, if that promo last year of, the rap battle, if that is any experimentation project right there, that was it.
Like, if Xavier Woods wins the U.S. Championship, which I feel like he shouldn't, that should go to Kofi. Well, how much does Kofi weigh?
I would assume he would have to be around 200. I wouldn't expect him to be any bigger than that. You expecting him to go to 205 Live?
Hell yeah.
Or him and Xavier? That would be cool.
I would have rather seen Xavier Woods. do that with the New Day and then have him versus Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship?
Yeah.
Because we still never got that feud. They don't give his weight. Oh, yes, they do. 212 pounds.
So he's just too big.
Okay.
So that means they would have to. Who knows? If he loses and then Jinder Mahal wins and then Kofi Kingston or Big E challenge for the U.S. title, I mean.
I think Kofi should challenge for the U.S. Championship. Big E should challenge for the WWE Championship. And Xavier Woods should challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yes. I would like that a lot. I would very much like that.
See, I don't know. A breakup, I would like it, and I would like to see them go their separate ways, but there's just so many ways you can just creatively make New Day work.
I mean, when did the New Day form? They formed
2014.
Okay, so
3 years.
4 years. Almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years at this upcoming Survivor Series.
So,
And they haven't been stale.
Okay, when did the Shield form? I forget.
2012.
And then they broke up in 2014, correct?
Yes, 2014 Payback.
Okay,
June.
so
It was June.
it was the Monday Night Raw post Payback.
June 9th.
Okay, so
June 9th.
I wonder how long they are going to do this. Because if they do win singles titles, and then let's say they win a tag team one again, but then there's infighting within them, that could probably happen in the next 2 years. An actual breakup in like 2 years.
I don't know. I'm enjoying long-term tag teams.
Yeah, me too. I would like it to see another. I want to see another long-term, just title holder in general. The last one I think we really had was
New Day.
Well, yeah, New Day. But I mean, for like even a singles one. I think the last singles one was Punk.
Miz.
Oh, Miz, really?
Miz was champion for like 10 months, if I remember. He was champion from like May till December.
Who ruined that one for him?
Roman Reigns.
It was really Roman Reigns? What about Dolph Ziggler before that?
That was 2016. I'm talking about 2017.
Oh, wow, really? He was a champ for most of...
Yeah, for most of the year. He won it back at the first... Oh, man. So what I think it was is he won it at the second pay-per-view. It wasn't... Oh, man. It wasn't Payback. I think it was like Extreme Rules where he won.
Okay.
Against Dean Ambrose. And then he's held it till about December.
So if it was Payback, so that means it was probably around late April or early May.
Why don't we look this up? We have technology. I'm looking it up right now. But he had a very long reign with the Intercontinental Championship last year. For most of the year, he was Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, most of the year he was, but I feel like it wasn't as long as I think you're making it out to be, though. I don't remember.
Hold on. I think it's pretty long. Intercontinental Champion 2016. Here we go. December 3rd, January 31st, Bo Dallas, June 5th, April 10th. He won it at Extreme Rules.
Okay, so he won it at Extreme Rules.
June 4th, 2017.
So, and then he lost it in December. So that's 6 months.
That was a pretty good reign, though.
Yeah, I'll give him that. But I mean, like, really long-term, like,
November.
near New Day kind of level. So the last one was Punk.
Had
to have been the longest one, because after that, it wasn't
Dean Ambrose. 364-day reign with the United States Championship.
Okay, yeah.
You had the Dean Ambrose. You also had the Ascension back in NXT.
That doesn't count, though.
They were champion for a
I'm not
new
counting
year.
NXT titles. That's not fair.
I'm just saying, Asuka.
Oh, yeah, Asuka. Yeah, okay.
NXT, but
Asuka, but that one was an undefeated streak.
And championship reign.
And championship reign. So.
Year and a half.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I would like to see more long-term ones, though. I don't know. I would like to see Miz either hold the Intercontinental Championship one more time for at least a year, or someone good at wrestling hold a championship title for a year. That's not the New Day or something like that.
AJ Styles,
I would love to see as a year-long champion.
I think he's gonna drop it at Mania.
I think he is too. I don't know.
Drop it to Balor.
The flip-flopping I wouldn't like as much. I don't know. I didn't like it when the Usos and New Day did it. up until like their last match. I didn't like it when Sasha and Bailey did it. So, but going back to the U.S. tournament though, who else is still in it? There's Jinder. There's
Bobby Roode, Xavier Woods, and more than likely it's going to be Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley versus Zack Ryder is the last match.
But who is he facing after that? Would it be Bobby Roode?
It would be Bobby.
Okay, so it would be Bobby Roode versus
Mojo,
and then Jinder versus Woods.
Yes.
No, that can't be right.
Yeah.
It would have it can't. That can't be because it would have to be a final for.
That's
Woods.
a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but those are semifinals though. Unless are they doing a fatal 4-way for the main title? No. So
We have until the end of January.
yeah, I know, but
So like
for a
next.
semifinal match though, I wouldn't expect Jinder Mahal to face one of the members of the New Day. I wouldn't expect him to face.
Well,
Xavier
that's the
Woods.
bracketology, man.
All right.
Look it up.
I believe you. I'm just saying, like, that just seems very bizarre. I would have put, like, the New Day as, like, the main eventers on that, and then, I don't know.
That's why it could go like Jinder or Bobby.
Yeah, I know.
Which
'cause
it would
there'd
probably be Jinder.
or Bobby, yeah. And then Jinder would go over. So, yeah.
And then, Jinder versus Cena at Mania for the U.S. Championship.
And then Cena would lose, though. Because Cena's not staying after that. He's got more movies to do.
I don't know, man. It's got that Bumblebee shit going on.
All right, let's kick it off to the last thing before we talk about WrestleKingdom. Brian and Shane, that whole storyline continuing.
Where the hell are they going with this?
I don't know. It's very bizarre because we still have no confirmation whatsoever if Daniel Bryan's going to be wrestling.
We just keep getting the whole, he's not cleared to compete.
I mean, there is a report out there. If he's not wrestling by Mania, then he's gone. He's gonna go. He's gonna go to Ring of Honor or New Japan and wrestle. And I believe him 100% when he says that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know. I think they're teasing us, and yet at the same time, they don't know what to do. Unless they're holding off that secret that he actually can wrestle, and they're secretly doing it. But
I don't know.
it wouldn't be past me to I just can't imagine like WWE holding that secret, telling Daniel Bryan to do that because I feel like he would be really pissed.
But I like how intricate this story is because not only do you have Daniel Bryan feuding with Shane McMahon, you have Shane McMahon feuding with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You have AJ Styles being affected by all of this because it's affecting his career and his inability to win matches because the authority figures are messing with his matches. You know what I mean? That's kind of cool. We haven't seen an intricate story like this in a long time. Very, detailed and a lot of levels.
Yeah, I know. It is pretty interesting for that.
AJ Styles is just, at this point, he's versing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match for the WWE Championship, which I don't know how that's going to work.
I mean, from reports that I'm seeing right now, it's possible that there's a rumored another high-profile match for Shane. And it could be either Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. So,
I could see it being Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that Shane can absolutely have a match with either one of these guys, and it'll be good.
Yes.
Do I want to see it? Not really. I kind of want to see either one of them actually face Styles for a title, to be honest.
I want Balor. Because we all know that Brock can't verse Balor.
Because Finn's not over. We all know this.
Yes, but Balor. Oh man,
Finn's not over, guy.
If I was Vince, I'd capitalize on it. Have Finn Balor win, and then
he's not big enough.
No, in the Rumble, and then have him versus AJ Styles, because that would make for compelling television.
But again, he's not over.
But you're
not understanding this. He's not over.
But you know why I'm also thinking that Sammy and Kevin aren't versing AJ at Mania? Do you know what was announced for Elimination Chamber as the main event for the WWE Championship?
Who?
AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Randy Orton.
Well, I mean, if we get Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura at Mania, that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be I hate putting it as like a pre-show match, but that'd be a good wrestling opener for Mania.
I want Nakamura versus Orton. I really do. I want that at Mania because I want Orton to turn heel against Nakamura, and then to see the giant sperm versus the light show. They got to build up Nakamura. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they do need to build up Nakamura, but they could do that with Kevin Owens. I don't think losing for Kevin Owens is a loss to me if it's facing Nakamura, because I feel like Kevin Owens can put Nakamura over. But I understand your point. But I think Orton, isn't he going away from? Is he not going to be at Mania? Isn't he like going to take like a vacation or something like that?
Maybe after Mania.
Maybe. That's possible. All right.
That's my opinion. I don't know. Where do you think this Daniel Bryan Shane McMahon thing's going to end? Because I don't see any.
Unless this is a really elaborate scheme to like just hold off Daniel Bryan coming back into the ring at some point, then I don't really see it going anywhere else.
Okay.
Because after WrestleMania is done and Daniel Bryan's not at WrestleMania wrestling, and it's not at least a decent match, then it's just a wasted storyline with Daniel Bryan, and he probably hates it too. Like if he's not gonna end up wrestling, he's gonna hate it. Yeah. And that just sucks. But then, if he does get out of WWE at that time, he'll probably head over to Cody Rhodes' 10,000 seat arena plan.
100,000.
No, 10,000.
Is it 10,000?
Yeah, it's not 100,000.
Oh, man.
It's 10,000. If he could do that, I mean, then him and Cody basically have another shot to get back into WWE main event style and actually get into wrestling. Well, maybe not Daniel as much, but definitely Cody.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just want to see Daniel wrestle. That's all I want to see.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
let's kick off to.
Let's take a quick break.
All right.
And we'll be back. Hope you enjoyed our little commercial break. We are now going into the aftermath of WrestleKingdom 12. I personally did not watch the pay-per-view. I know the results. I did watch one match in particular. Kenny Omega defeating Chris Jericho. Spoiler alert.
I'll say spoiler alert before that. But
well, I don't care. The wrestling world knows by now. What an amazing match.
I heard it was really good.
Holy crap. It was amazing. I came after work. I came home after work. I finished up SmackDown, and I'm watching it. I slept for a little bit, like maybe 2-3 minutes, because I nodded off, and I woke up. The match was amazing. It was a WWE styled match, but like an WWE Attitude Era styled match with that psychology, that brutality. He rammed Kenny Omega's. Chris Jericho rammed Omega's head into a chair propped up in the corner like 5 times.
Oh my god.
And then he bled, and then he did it like 2 more times. Jericho was a true heel. The likes I haven't seen in a very long time. Everyone hated Jericho. His taunting was amazing because there was this little Japanese girl who's like, Kenny! And he goes, Kenny! Like he was just messing with the crowd, flipping off everyone. He beat the hell out of the referee and then beat up the referee's son that was on ringside. Jericho was a true heel, tried and true, and it was an amazing match. Amazing.
I have heard some pretty amazing things. I will be posting a match that I did find of that. I will be posting something on the Facebook page of that match, hopefully soon.
It was such a great match. I highly recommend it. Already a match of the year contender. That's how great it was. You know, between the psychology of Chris Jericho and then Kenny Omega, you know, wrestling ability, it was just amazing.
Did we get any news that it was a 5-star match yet or a 6-star?
I don't know. I'll look up now, but that was an amazing match. I truly believe that was the main event. Naito disagrees.
I mean, did we get a chance to well, did you get a chance to watch the actual main event?
No, I did not.
Because I heard it was interesting.
I heard it was really good. I heard that the outfit attire was amazing.
Yes, I did. I heard that as well. A lot of the entrances this year were pretty amazing.
Dude, Kenny Omega's was amazing. Did you ever watch that? Kenny Omega comes out with a giant ass gun and then a wolf hoodie.
Yeah, I did see that. That part was good. I saw, what was it? what is it? Marty Scurll, and he came out looking like a freaking like Raven. He came out with like the wings popping out that he worked really hard on. Cody Rhodes came out looking exactly like his brother and father. It was pretty amazing. You saw Brandy Rhodes in Japan.
Ooh, how was that?
I mean, she walked him down to the ring.
Oh.
So, I mean, it was pretty interesting.
What was it? Chris Jericho's entrance is amazing because he had the light up jacket, the scarf, and it was just
the lighted jacket and the scarf. Oh my God!
Like it worked perfectly, and he was a rock star coming out to his #1 hit single of Fozzie's Judas. It was amazing. It was picture perfect. That entire match was great.
So can't exclaim enough that that's a must watch for any wrestling fan.
Yes.
What's more interesting is that this isn't the last we'll see of Chris Jericho and New
It's
Japan.
not one off, boys and girls. He attacked Naito. Tetsuya Naito. They've been having a Twitter feud, an interview feud about, Naito's match with Okada was the true main event. And Jericho's like, well, man, I don't see your face in Los Angeles being advertised. And then they were going back and forth. And Jericho just attacks the holy hell out of Naito at an NJPW event. And now we're going to get Naito versus Jericho.
I'm liking this.
This is going to be crazy.
I don't know. I think because of this, we might need to change a lot of our podcasts to start including more New Japan things.
It's so much work though to watch.
I know, and we might need to cut back on the WWE stuff. I don't know.
WWE sucks compared to New Japan.
I know, that's the problem.
And the fact that Chris Jericho being in New Japan makes us want to watch it even more.
Yeah, I know. Is like really saying something.
Yes. Which brings us to our topic, really. The WrestleKingdom aftermath. The aftermath which we're talking about is that Chris Jericho being a part of WrestleKingdom 12, being a part of New Japan, really gave a lot of mainstream attention to New Japan. It gave a lot of mainstream attention, a lot of quality segments. And with Jericho now versing Naito after versing Kenny Omega.
Well, it sounds like he's staying, and now we're starting to see New Japan might actually competing in 2018 for at least #2 spot.
But what I'd like to ask is other dream matches that you'd like to see be a part of New Japan as a result of Jericho opening the doorway like this.
I mean, Jericho Okada first comes to mind, but I would also like to see, I don't know. I would like to see Gato. I think that there would be an interesting feud there. Like, let you come back to New Japan. I'm in charge now, and you're disrespecting all of my wrestlers.
Is it just Jericho you're thinking of?
Well, yeah, Jericho. I mean, you just told me that you thought of other wrestlers that could be there.
Yes.
What are the other wrestlers you're thinking?
First one that came to mind was Neville.
Oh, yeah.
Neville as either part of the Bullet Club or, part of Los Ingobernables or Chaos.
Oh, Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Thank you. But Neville being a part of the junior heavyweight division would be amazing.
Yes.
His matches with Kota Ibushi.
I think it would have to be
Ibushi, Marty Scurll.
No, yeah, I know. I think he would have to be in Los Ingobernables. That'd be a lot cooler for a couple reasons. One, I think every faction in New Japan has some sort of flippy shit Englishman in it already.
Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr., Marty Scurll.
I know, and Ingobernables de Japón is the only one that doesn't. Because I feel like it's only 3 people.
But they have Sanada, Bushi.
Yes, but an Englishman, though.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, look up Los Ingobernables.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
But I would love to see Neville be a part of New Japan like that. I feel like that would be amazing to see that. Definitely him. I would love to see him part of the Bullet Club. I feel like that would just work so well with his demeanor, his character, and stuff. King of the Cruiserweights, King of the Junior Heavyweights. That would be cool.
Okay, so here are the members of Los Ingobernables de Japón. So we have Naito as the leader, Bushi, Evil, Takahashi, what is his name? Yurimoru Takahashi, and Sanada.
So no flippy guy.
Not really, no. So they need a flippy guy. So I think it would be really interesting because that's something left field that no one would expect.
And then we can get Skrull versus Neville for the junior heavyweight champion. No. Will Ospreay is
Yeah, Will Ospreay.
junior heavyweight champion, and he's part of Chaos, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Will Ospreay is part of Chaos.
Oh man, I'd love to see Neville though be a part of New Japan. That would be amazing. He can easily get into the Intercontinental title picture. I'd love to see that. Another wrestler I thought of was Daniel Bryan.
I mean, yeah, but that's the obvious one. We won't really know that until Mania season is like about to approach and over.
Yes.
So it's an obvious one. We just don't know what WWE wants to do because they want to hold on to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is a cash crop.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as he goes, a lot of fans are gonna leave WWE, and who knows? We might if the product for wherever Daniel Bryan goes is really good.
Yeah. What do you think of Emma though?
That would be interesting.
But there's not really any competition in New Japan for Emma, but she could also make an appearance
another interesting thing that's going on in starting in 2018 is that they're doing a women's tournament to crown the first Ring of Honor women's champion.
I did hear about that. Who's part of that? Deonna Purrazzo, Tessa Blanchard, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and Brandy Rhodes is involved as well. So there's potential for some really good things, and who knows? I think 2018 is going to be a really defining moment for the relationship between New Japan and Ring of Honor, and seeing which one really comes out top. Because there's also the New Japan show that's coming up, the second one of the new year. I think that's going to happen in the middle of the year like it did last year.
Oh, in March? Or are you talking about Dominion?
No, it's Strong Style Evolution. That's going to be held in the U.S. That's going to happen, I think, in the summer. And then you have Cody Rhodes' event that's going to happen also in the middle of this year. So we'll see what happens. I mean, this year is going to be a defining moment for a lot of people outside of WWE. And if WWE can't do anything to really capitalize on that, I don't really see them going far in 2018. 2018, they have to do something in order to, because Japan's going to do stuff.
You know what dream match that I would have liked to see? There are a couple dream matches I'd like to see, but they're not. They really can't happen right now. One of them that came to mind was Guerrillas of Warfare versus the Usos, but that obviously can't happen. That'd be amazing.
Well, yeah, if you do another interpromotional match of WWE versus New Japan, that would be pretty sweet.
I would have liked to see The Rock versus Okada.
That would never happen, but
The Rock has no ties.
He has no ties to WWE really anymore.
But if Jericho convince...
I mean, I don't know. I mean, are they friends outside of WWE?
I don't know, but I don't think they have any heat.
Well, no, they don't have heat, but I would assume, like, oh, if you guys really want to stick it to Vince, get The Rock. Although they can't do, like, any of his signature things, they would come out to Dwayne Johnson. Well, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Dwayne...
I'm pretty sure... It's tough. Who owns The Rock? Would it be WWE or would it be Dwayne Johnson?
Because here's the thing, in Disney movies, or like in a lot of movies, he'd be announced as Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So it would be Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Or even The Rock. Because here's the thing, The Rock, I believe, belongs to Dwayne Johnson because he would use that with his movies.
Well, yeah, it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but not as The Rock.
Yeah, but
people would know him and announce him as The Rock, but like. In movies and stuff, I'm pretty sure it's either Dwayne Johnson or Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It was Dwayne The Rock Johnson for the longest time, but WWE would never allow that. They would never even allow that kind of trademark like that, unless if they owned it, they wouldn't have allowed that. I don't think.
That's true.
I think The Rock owns it.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna look that up.
But I would like to see The Rock versus Okada or The Rock versus Omega.
Okay, so if The Rock does show up in New Japan, that changes the whole thing.
I could see The Rock going there for a good match.
If he goes there for a good match, oof. I mean,
I could see that.
Let's see.
Trying to think who else would be good, like promotional wise. I wanted the Dudley Boys, but Devon's still signed to WWE.
Oh yeah, he's like a backstage
producer, and Bully Ray retired.
Well, he's semi-retired. I saw him like in a match at Ring of Honor or something like that.
But I would have liked to have seen him like against Bad Luck Fale and Hangman Page at Bullet Club and stuff. I would have liked to see him versus them fight the Bullet Club like that.
It would be cool to watch Team 3D that they're called on the Independents. They're not called
Dudleys.
Dudleys though, but it would be pretty sweet though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There was one I thought of. It was like involving Tomohiro Ishii. That guy that was like very like. I want to see a match with him, and the more I think about it, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of different routes that you can go with this. But what I'd like to know is, what do you think? Do you think this is going to lead to interpromotional things between NJPW and WWE?
I mean, it's tough because WWE, I mean, they acknowledge anything that goes on in Japan, so they have at least a working relationship. It's tough to say, though, because once they start doing that and New Japan actually starts getting really good, and I mean like the height of WCW good, like competing-wise for number one spot, which I don't think is going to happen for maybe a couple more years at the rate that they're going. But if that happens sometime in 2018, I don't know. That's a tough thing. I'm still trying to find who owns The Rock's name. But
I still would like to see AJ versus Omega.
I mean, yeah, of course. I would love to see that.
That's a dream
Although,
match.
watching this past WrestleKingdom, I don't think he's going to show up at Royal Rumble. No.
God, no.
No, that's not going to happen. Let's see.
He's doing way too well for himself.
He's doing way too well, and also the fact that this didn't end with like Jericho winning. Because if Jericho won, I would have definitely foreseen something happening with WWE and Kenny Omega. There's just no way that would not happen.
But you know what we're looking at? We're looking at a feud between Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega.
Yes, and that's something that to really look forward to in 2018.
Because Cody Rhodes was beating on I don't know who he was beating on, like some Japanese wrestler. I can't think of who it was off the top of my head. But Kenny Omega came out to save him. So it looks like there could be a budding thing with that between Omega and Rhodes.
All right. Oh, and I did find something on it. PW Insider had a Q&A with The Rock, and apparently Dwayne says he and Vince McMahon co-own The Rock. So I think it's okay that he does movies, but as soon as he goes to another promotion with that name, it's going to be tough. But people are still going to know him as Dwayne Johnson. Like, as soon as you see Dwayne Johnson, it's going to be a huge thing. I just don't know if The Rock, though, can have a New Japan match, though. I mean, it's different with Omega and Jericho because they had a pretty... I mean, it was pretty dead set even. It was pretty close. Like, gimmick-wise and storytelling was very WWE-esque, but the hitting and the violence, that was all New Japan stuff.
I think The Rock could handle it with someone like Okada, who's not really strong style, but more chain wrestling and stuff.
It's possible,
If you put him up with the right guy, because Omega's a very hard-hitting wrestler.
I mean, a lot of New Japan people.
But I don't know about Okada in comparison.
In comparison.
When I've looked at Okada's matches with like Tanahashi or Omega, he did a style where it was very like, I don't want to say safe, but like it wasn't as hard hitting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear what you mean.
So it was very like flamboyant stuff. It wasn't like smack you in the face.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. If that does happen, though, that'd be the number one most talked about thing in wrestling. And a lot of people that watch WWE are going to go straight to New Japan, and that's going to screw up WWE.
Oh, yeah.
That's absolutely going to happen. And as soon as that happens, I don't know, we might need to change our format for the podcast because we might stop WWE stuff and just do New Japan.
Yeah.
So,
what else would you like to see, though?
I would like to see a definitive answer to who's the number 2 promotion because I feel like that's been a war for a very, very long time, and has been zero answers. I think it's New Japan too. The problem with it is that an American audience just hears of New Japan, but there's no real access to watch it unless you subscribe to New Japan World. I mean, Ring of Honor. I mean, you can watch stuff online through YouTube, and then you can do the same thing for
New Japan.
But they have a website, and you can. I mean, Ring of Honor has a website, and you can watch free television on their website. And also, if you're in an area where their parent broadcasting company has Ring of Honor on it, I mean, it's a lot easier to get than, New Japan stuff. It's harder to find both products on You know.
So your opinion is that Ring of Honor is more...
I think for Americans, it's number 2 in comparison to New Japan. I think overall, I think it's New Japan, though. So
New Japan has more of a mainstream audience than Ring of Honor.
yes. The only reason it has a more mainstream audience, though, is because it's bigger in the areas where people watch it. So there's whatever parts of Asia you can watch New Japan. I have no idea. I don't have the analytics to show that. And also whatever people in Europe watch it, because they watch it.
Here's the thing. They watch it. New Japan broadcasts all that. New Japan... The difference between Ring of Honor and New Japan is New Japan has a huge mainstream appeal because they were able to get someone like Chris Jericho.
I mean, it does
They
now.
have huge deals with a lot of American stores and a lot of American apparel.
That's true.
Ring of Honor doesn't. Ring of Honor is more like piggybacking off of New Japan.
Yeah, I think at this point it is, but again, I don't know. I still feel that more people recognize Ring of Honor, like from being an American company and stuff like that. Because I understand from a mainstream appeal and stuff like that having Jericho, but that's fairly recent that just happened. Like,
But even look at
3 months ago, you wouldn't have said that.
But look at the Hot Topic deals they have. All the
Well, that's Bullet Club, and yeah, that's a New Japan thing. But there's guys from Ring of Honor that are part of Bullet Club.
It's a New Japan thing. Ring of Honor wants to be part of the Bullet Club. Ring of Honor wants to be part of New Japan. New Japan's gonna have an American presence now, a much bigger American presence because of the United States Heavyweight Championship, and that's gonna create competition in the Ring of Honor world.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think we should definitely settle this debate on a different podcast, though. I think that would be a really good idea. Agreed?
Yeah, we'll look at it in another couple of months, see where New Japan is.
Yeah, we'll have to wait until all the big events, especially with WWE's response, because, I mean, it's possible New Japan could shut up to number 1 by the end of this year. It's completely possible if they play their cards right and get the right money and sponsorships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens, guys.
I just want New Japan to have an English... Because here's the thing, when I had...
Well, they have an English commentary.
No, but when I had the app, the New Japan app, the English commentary... didn't their app isn't fluid, which sucked. But also their English commentary did not update at the same time as their Japanese commentary.
Wait, there wasn't like you didn't see what was his Cyrus and Kevin Kelly they didn't commentate on that? They did, but they
did, but it wasn't updated at the same time. Like you would get because I remember when I was watching with the G1 Climax, you would have it would always be updated with the Japanese commentary, always. But then it would be a week behind in the English commentary. And not only that, it'd be like that, and it would take like another week for another episode to load.
All right. I understand what you're saying.
It's not very simultaneous, which stinks.
I mean, if they work on that, and by the end of 2018,
oh yeah,
that's real competition right there, and. The only thing that could happen is just content would be better for both New Japan, WWE, and Ring of Honor. So.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely settle this debate of what's better, Ring of Honor, who's number 2, Ring of Honor or New Japan.
Yes.
We'll definitely have that debate at some point this year. But this is the first episode of 2018, guys. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace, guys. Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play Music, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast. And now, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any questions, comments, or feedback. Until next time, Audio Marks.